Hello everyone, in this video we will practice adding vertically. Let's start. We should set up and perform. The first one, I have 27 plus 14. I will start by putting the tens and the ones column. Great. I have I have in here 27. Okay, so I put 2 for the tens and and 7 for the ones, like this. And then I will put the plus sign. I have here I have 14. I put the 1 under the tens and the 4 under the ones. Okay, now let's start adding. I start with the ones. I have 7 plus 4. The greater is 7. I say I put 7 on my head and 4 on my fingers. Here's 4. After 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Great. So since the answer is 11, I put 1 in the ones and the other one here at the tens columns. Great. Now I have I have 2 plus 1. I put 2 on my head and 1 on my fingers. After 2, I say it's 3. Great. So I have 3. And 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1, after 3, it's 4. Easy. Great. The answer is 41. I will write 41. Now for the next equation in here, I have 31 plus 27. I will start by putting the tens and the ones like this. The first number is I have 31. I place it properly, 3 for the tens and 1 for the ones, and then I have I have the plus sign. 31 plus 26. I should place 26 properly. 2 is a 10 and 6 is a 1. Great. Now we should start adding. Okay. So when we add, we always start with the ones. I have I have 6 plus 1. 6 plus 1. I put 6 on my head and 1 on my fingers. And I say after 6, 7. Great. So I write 7. Excellent. Now for the tens, 3 plus 2. I put 3 on my head and and 2 on my fingers, like this. After 3, 4, 5. Great. So the answer in here is 5. I write 57. Okay. Now let's do part C and D. Let's start. I have here 67 plus 3. I will set up and perform 67 plus 3. I start by placing the 67. Okay, 6 is a 10 and 7 is 1. Okay, now I should write plus and then 3. I put under the tens or the ones. We are not saying 30, it's 3. So I write 3 in here. Great. And I can say that the tens are 0. So now I will start calculating. And remember, when I calculate, I always start with the ones. I have I have 7 plus 3. So I say I put 7 on my head and 3 on my fingers. After 7, 8, 9, 10. Since the answer is 10, what should I do? I put the 0 in here for the ones, and the 1 in here, it's a 10. So I put it in the column of tens. What do I have in here? I have 1 plus 6 plus 0. 1 plus 6. I put 6 on my head and 1 on my finger. After 6, it's easy. It's 7. Okay, great. So the answer is 70. Excellent. Now let's do part D. I have what? I have 8 plus 29. 8 plus 29. The first number is what? The first number is 8. 8, it's a 1. I'm not saying 80, it's 8. So I should put it under the ones like this. And I can put 0 for the tens since 8 doesn't have a 10. Great. And then I write the plus sign. And then the next number is what? It's 29. I put 29 below 8. 2 is a 10 and 9 is a 1. Now I should what? I should start calculating. When I add, I start with the ones. I say 8 plus 9, the greater is 9. So I say I put what? I put 9 on my head and 8 on my fingers. After 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The answer is 17. 17 has what? It has 7 as a 1. And the 1 in here is a 10. I write it with the other tens. So for the tens, I have 1 plus 0 plus 2. 1 plus 0, it's what? It's easy. It's 1. And then 1 plus 2, I put 2 on my head and 1 on my finger. After 2, it's easy. It's 3. Great. The answer is what? 37. I write up here 37. Great. Now let's do the last two equations. Great. Now part E, I have 30 plus 16. I should set up and perform 30 plus 16. Here's the tens and the ones columns. I start by placing the first number 30. 3 is a 10 and 0 is 1. And then I have the 1 in here for 16 and 6 is a 1. I forget to write the plus sign like this. Great. Now we should start calculating. When we add, we always start with the ones. I have for the ones 6 plus 0, it's easy. 6 plus 0, it's 6. Excellent. Now what? Now for the tens, I have 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1, I put 3 on my head and 1 on my fingers. After 3, 4, I write in here 4. The answer is what? 46. Great. Now the last one, I have 25 plus 25. So I start by placing the tens and the ones columns. Now the first number, it's what? It's 25. Okay, so the 2 is tens, and 5 is a 1. Okay, and below it I have also another 25 like this. And what? I should place the plus sign. Okay, now I can start calculating. When I add, I always start with the ones. I have 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5, it's 10, you know, right? If you don't know, I will calculate it. I say I put 5 on my head and 5 on my fingers. After 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, since it's 10, the 0 is a 1. I write it in here and I put this one here for the tens columns. Okay, great. Now, what do I have for the tens? I have 1 plus 2 plus 2. 1 plus 2, it's what? I say I put 2 on my head and 1 on my fingers. After 2, it's what? 3. Great. So I write 3. I still have what? I still have 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2, the greater is 3. I put 3 on my head and 2 on my fingers. After 3, 4, 5. The answer is what? Great. It's 50. I write 50. Thank you for watching.